What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Ark the Lad 2. We are pretty much done with everything to do here in Zaraban and Elzark, but there's one thing I need to do before I leave. This house here, if we talk to the lady here, she says that she's been thinking about moving. And I do, in fact, happen to know someone looking for a house. So, now that we know her intentions, we can go tell the guy back in Greyshine. So, back here in Pazus, and if you recall, the old guy we're looking for, the guy looking for a house, is here in the restaurant. That's not him, is it? This guy. Indeed I did. And that's about it, as far as I'm pretty sure it is anyways. So next place I want to go is back to Eastern Aldea. So here we are in Proteus, and there's a couple things to do here. The first is, of course, that we can collect our guild bounty. That's always fun. But also, now that we have over 250 merits, we have access to the back room. So let's see what's back here. Indeed I have. Well, it's good to keep in mind. Super Hunters. Dark Longsword, God Hunter Crest, and a Boar Spear. I honestly don't think any of that is actually particularly good. I guess the Dark Longsword is pretty good, except that it's worse than Platinum Edges. It does have potential to be good, but if you don't have, like, you can use it to combine in the combine shop, but if you never got a flame longsword, then that's not going to do you a whole lot of good. So yeah, the boar spear, that's a pretty nice spear. Don't really care all that much. And the God Hunter crest, it doesn't really do anything. It has 7 defense, but like the guy said, it's definitely something you want to hold on to. Both having 250 merits and the God Hunter's crest will play a role much later in the game. So now I want to head over to the south because I'm pretty sure there is also a back room in Indigos. So let us check that out. There is a back room, but there's nothing here right now. This guy will have a top class job for us at some point, but not yet. I want to say there is another back door somewhere else, but I honestly can't recall where. So it's probably not important. So now there's only a few things left for us to do. If we go to Yagos Islands, we can use Gogen's teleport ability to get some items that, from the Sealed Ruins that we couldn't get the first time around. I'll probably do that eventually, but I don't think there's anything particularly of note there, so I'm not going to do that right now. We can also, if we go to Klenia, in the abandoned house that I went to several episodes ago, there's an item in there that I forgot to get, which I should have gotten the first time I was there, but I just didn't. I will probably do that later as well. So the next order of business is to either go to Brachia or Forles. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a side quest available for us, a very short one, but a side quest in Forles that we have access to, and I'm pretty sure we can do that without actually initiating the sort of story sequence attached to it. And it would look like we can. But the one little caveat here is that before I do that, I want to make sure that I have 5 relatively strong monsters. These being monsters. Changara's old summons do not count as monsters. So what I'm going to have to do now is take a little bit of time off screen to just catch 2 more monsters. I don't particularly care what I grab. Basically just whatever happens to be in the area. So I'm going to take a little while to do that off screen, and I will catch you back here in just a moment. Alright, so that's being dealt with. I just fought a single battle here in the Forles Highland, and I caught 2 enemies, just whatever at random. I also went and rested up. I rested up in a different area, because I'm pretty sure if you enter the town here, Ramul, then that initiates some sort of event. So I'm not sure to what extent you're locked into doing it at that point, so I wanted to make sure, just play it safe, rest up somewhere else. So specifically, I caught a Grimstalker and a Berserker. And like I mentioned, it doesn't really matter too much what you catch. Anything that's like above level 40 is perfectly fine. The one good, the beneficial thing to all this is that the Berserker actually comes with a battle axe, which is actually significantly better than the axe Gruga is currently using. I mean, it's only level 1, so it's currently not better, but it's got a lot of potential attack power, so that's really good. And I gave this dude Iga's God's Fist, just so he can maybe level it up a little bit. So basically what we're doing with these guys is if we head over to Mother Claire's cave, which I'm not really sure if we could have done this earlier the first time we came to Forles, but whatever. The reason for all this will become clear quite soon. Yes, I do. They are speaking of Null's Crystal. So if you didn't catch that, basically only monsters can enter this area. Hence the reason for putting together this party. So, where we go? You need this Null's Crystal, which of course we got from story events the previous time we were in Forles. So now we have a little bit of a dungeon here that's for our monster friends. So on this screen we gotta hit this switch. Now we can climb over that. Now on this screen we want to pull this lever to the right. And we got some enemies. So these guys shouldn't be too hard, they're only level 31. So with the party that we have assembled, we should be more than capable of taking them on, no problem. Truth be told, I probably could have managed against these guys with just the party that I was already using when I came in here. Mostly because I got that black dragon who's level 52, I think. So between him and Pondit, who's like 44, and my barbarian, I probably could have managed, but like anything else, you want to try and make everything as easy as you can. Because, well, maybe you don't. I don't know why you would not want to, though. There's actually quite a few enemies in this area. cold breath. The battles in this area really aren't that hard. They're mostly just designed to kind of catch you off guard if you haven't happened to be collecting an army of decently powerful monster allies up to now, which is definitely very plausible because aside from the one short segment where you use Lisa when your party gets all split up, there really isn't all that much use to monster allies. I mean, there are definitely other uses for them, but in general, they're not all that good. Human allies are pretty much straight up better in every situation. There are other reasons to have strong monsters in your party, but I will get to those probably at some undetermined point in the future. I don't really know when. If you know what I'm talking about, then lovely. If you don't, then don't worry about it. It's largely inconsequential. The one thing I will say is that if you are not very confident in your team, then you definitely want to bring in a bunch of healing items. And truth be told, I probably should have brought in a bunch of my own, just because I am pretty much devoid of healing here, so something to keep in mind. I guess I can jump over a barbarian here. I'm wiping the floor with these guys, but that doesn't mean they can't kind of wear me down bit by bit. Do you have anything that can hit them from over here? No, whatever. I do want to get a bunch of melee attacks in with my barbarian and my shade stalker, or whatever it's called. Just because they're using weapons that I want to power up for my actual party members. Come on, just kill them. Screw it. Hit him with cold breath. Well, that wasn't very hard. So we hit that switch. That moves the minecart out there. And now we can go through that hole in the wall, which we will do on the next episode of Let's Play Ark the Lad 2. Catch you later.